What's happening with it? What's going on? What's going on? I started a little bit early. I just jumped on it. I know it was scheduled. What's up, Pat? What's happening with it? What's up, Carol? What's happening? Hey, man, I want to get on here, explain a few things. I took the video down I made on the dude Ernie, because I watched somebody sent me some today. Shout out to you. You know who you are. I got my spies, people. And it's a video. It's not public. Man's walking down a highway. I'm watching it in Florida. You can't do that. I don't know about every other state, but you can't just walk down a highway. It's illegal in Florida. I don't know how it is in other states, but I'm watching it what's going on, and then it's a long video. It's a lie. It's not really saying too much. Blah 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 blah, and at the end, cops get them and whatever. And then I see some stuff on YouTube, and I just wanted to speak on something because look, I took a video down as my opinion. The world can go with or without it. One view, 1 million. Who cares? I don't want to add to the dude's struggle, right? Because I do know what he's going through. But I see a lot of people saying, "Is it drugs or is it mental health?" Mental health, and that's where I want to just straighten it right quick. Look, man. I try to be respectful on YouTube. Yeah, I have my little problems with creators sometimes. It's going to come. And I'm not one to hold back if I feel some type of way. I think everybody knows that. So I let it out. And when it was Ernie's, was never that serious, right? But people send me stuff all the time. And just for the record, if you're watching this, if you don't think I have any creator's address that I had a problem with, man, you are crazy. I have all Ernie stuff, everybody's. Am I going to do an exposed video on YouTube? No. That goes into a ducked-out file. It's called war file. And before I say anything more, I've told you guys before, I've been doxxed a bunch of times on the internet. People will say, "But why we don't see the videos?" You know why you don't see the videos? That war file. Play with my family. Yeah, I'm going to play with yours. You start it, I'm going to finish it. You call my mama, I'm going to call your mama, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin. I'm going to tell them all about your shenanigans. I'm going to call your job, your manager's job, your church, sign your kids out for military service, your neighbors to the church service. Let's play. If you want to go real life, don't fuck with me. And you got to be like that on the internet. People be like, "What the hell?" No, I don't do that. When it's done to me and my family, you have no idea. That's why you don't see the videos. I'm undefeated in that aisle. Trust and believe it. But anybody can be found. So people send me this new stuff. And this is what I want to break it down. And that's not a threat. That's just a light warning, if you will. But real fast, one time, I found this one dude had a brother with a YouTube channel. Let me stop. Anyway, I had Ernie stuff. I took a peep at it before putting it in the war file. And I never want to go in that file, just to be clear. But people get petty. Let's be petty. But I took a peep at it. I put it in the war file. And what I seen was years ago, just for the record, this was not recent. I don't want anyone mixing my words up. Well, and this is an important subject to me. That's why I want to talk about it, because everything that happened to him has happened to me. What I seen was years ago, police get called to an unresponsive woman, and a man smoking a cigarette, frantically walking around, overdose. And then I seen hypodermic needles. That's deep addiction. That's a whole different subject. People really don't understand. And if you don't know about that, then you don't know about that. But what comes with that is mental health. You don't just get addicted to drugs that bad and have a perfect way of thinking. It does not work like that. You got to detox. You got to get that stuff out of your system, and you're still not fixed. You're not sleeping right for 3 weeks. You're not thinking right for years. You might seem normal and better to friends and family, but you're still not right. You're playing with your brain. I mean, I said hypodermic needles. I'm sure people in the chat, we just went through an epidemic. I know there's people in the chat that have seen people with them little blue pills, see people they know go from eating them to snorting them to smoking them to banging them. And each part of that, they kept falling off worse and worse and worse. And then when people keep going like that, if you're a dude, you can't get up and provide work for your family. You got to go rob something to feed that habit. You're that bad. If you're a woman, well, you know what happens. But man, you get messed up, man. And I think that's exactly what it is, man. Look, I don't know the whole situation, but I know what I saw. Am I gonna post it? No. I feel like I already put too much out, but I believe all that's been talked about anyhow. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what this dude and the coward, what they got going on. My opinion, I've said it. But I put the video down. The dude does need some help. As I'm watching this video, towards the end when I see the police, I get real mad because I'm like looking at the chat as well. It's like, yeah, there's a few trolls in there, but you got like a lot of like concern and support in that chat. And then I listen, man, when I see the police. Police say, I got 50 calls for you. And man, you're hurting that dude, man. You don't call the police, man. You call. Why would you call the police on that man if you're a supporter of his? That's gonna do nothing but get him in more trouble, man. They don't know. So I got mad at that. At the same time, though, I checked my own self and put myself there. Because I've yelled at friends and family for doing the same fucking thing. But at the same time, when I was sitting in jail and drying out, it was the only way possible I could. So how could I really get mad? Because sometimes that's really what it takes. Because it's hard to do it on the street. Get that phone rings. Phone rings. That phone rings all day. But so I think it's a mix. I know it's a mix. You got to ask anybody who's really been through it, and to go in deeper on it. Look, I went to jail and I had to really detox, and the nurses diagnosed me all this shit, post-poly substance abuse, and what the hell was that thing? Post poly substance abuse and some other crazy shit. And then they started giving me these meds. I had to stop taking the medication because I was getting angry, beating dudes up. But look, we got through it. But what I'm saying is, man, that shit is real, and that's what the dude is going through, man. And then I think what happens is, you know, you gotta be a strong motherfucker to do this internet thing. You know, I told you all about the war file. If you do this internet thing and you haven't honestly sat down with your mom and been like, hey, I'm on YouTube. And she's like, oh, okay, honey, that's good. I'm like, and you don't say, nah. When these people call and look for information, what are you gonna do? If you haven't trained mom, and then seen if she took the information in, and then called her on a text-free number to trick her to see if she got it, then you don't belong on YouTube. Don't cry when you get doxxed. You know, I see a lot of people, they get doxxed and they cry for donations. Nah, it's time for war. Play my family. You know, that's just me though. You know, sometimes people can't take the internet, can't take the trolls, take all the bull. You put yourself on this shit. Everything I say right now, I'm open for discussion. I have to either agree or disagree with the comments. It is what it is. That's for everybody. Yeah, Ron, you're right. You could be I'm talking about deep in addiction. I don't know any function addicts that play with hypodermic needles. Never did. If we go back to eating them, snorting them, smoking them, and then banging them, maybe the dude or the gal that was eating them, functioning. He got them himself. I understand the police trigger the man worse. What's up, Doug? And if I see people say he's got PTSD. Look, man, I don't know his background, so I'm honestly asking you this: has he been in war? Has he been in war? Anybody? No one? Has he been? Has he been like? He has been in war? Has he legitimately been in war? Yes and no. I see. I don't know. Not that I know of. Yes, no, 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 no. Little bit. The man has a. Let me get my war file out. I'll tell you. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Harlan, you said? What's today's date? Going to court. I got a court date. I was just there last month. What do you want? Man, still going through it. I'm talking about stuff from years ago is what I'm talking about. You know, you got to support the man. Don't wait for me to tell you he went to court last month. If you're his supporter, support the dude. You know, calling the police on people don't always work. Look, I don't want to be contradicting myself because in my instance, look, I was mad because of what the instance, but it helped me. Okay, but I just get mad because, look, drugs, mental health, PTSD is a whole different thing. Okay, a whole different thing. Okay, PTSD, something happens and kicks it in. You know, you don't just wake up and start walking down the road. Nah, it don't work like that. No, and the dude's not crazy. I've seen his streams. He talks. He's an intelligent man. He knows how to speak. He knows how to argue, debate. He can hold a good conversation. So it's a combination of both. It's very simple. I didn't make up that shit. I didn't want to say that shit, to be honest. But I'm trying to prove and use my personal experience behind it, not put it on him. I just think, man, people gotta look at the bigger picture, man. Ask anybody who has been addicted to something. Addiction and mental health. They might as well be mom and dad. Certain type of psychosis. Long gone, you're right. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying before. You know, somebody on that bad, they might go sober up and get, man, that's a long thing on the brain. And all that mixed in with PTSD is a special cocktail of big support system. A lot of people know about this in the comments. "50 times, you know, that's what I got mad about. Let me be clear about something. When I say I'm mad because I heard what the cop said. He didn't say I got a few calls. I got over 50 calls for you. I didn't even really let me tell you how many people were in the chat at that time. So you can't say, and I'll never stick up for this dude, but please don't let BK wear that one. I could see his bitch ass calling 50 times though, but I don't think so. And why I got mad is it was before I knew he didn't go to jail. But I'm figuring, I see the thing end. I'm figuring they busted him, and that got me mad too because I've been hit with them goddamn things. They make you shit your pants and wiggle like a pig, and you stop moving. You feel like you're dying, dead in your tracks. Game over. Sit down right now. Comply now. Strings hanging out of you, looking crazy, shaking, squeal like a pig. That shit had me mad as a motherfucker. I'm like, man, his goddamn supporters did that to him. Then I'm thinking they hauled him off to jail. Like, come on, man, call EMT. Come on, man. If I'm in that spot, fuck the police. Fuck the police. It's the same thing, man. If I got into a fight with my wife, the best thing I could do is leave. If we play police games, guess what happens? Unnecessary fuck shit. Because one of us is going to jail. You don't fight. So if somebody was in my house and see me and my wife get into a bad argument, if you're a supporter of mine and you called the law thinking you were helping, What would then happen is, on me as I'm running out of the house, before hitting the screen door, I would deck you as hard as I could right in the forehead and tell him that happened too. And then proceed to get the fuck out of the area. Because one of us is going anyhow. That's at least how it is in Florida. So that would not be a good thing to do. I'm all for police. Don't take this the wrong way. But you want to call EMT. Would you want a police doing heart surgery on you or a cop? I mean, an EMT. I don't. Let me read the comments. 616. Look, man, this is a subject that hits home with me. I don't really like talking about it too much. You know, a long time ago, I want to talk about addiction on the internet, but the problem is, man, on some real talk, everybody has to figure it out for themselves. If AA works for people, then do it. For me, I would go to AA, and these people will be gossiping and shit, and then I would get mad, and it would just, I would turn up more. So I had to figure it out by myself. And at some point, man, as you get older, the party's got to stop. It's just that simple. You know, the party's got to stop, and that's easier said than done. Maybe if you went the road that I did, maybe it ain't. You start getting older, you start getting tired of that shit. Fuck jail. Tired of that shit. I don't want no more bologna sandwiches. Tired. Had enough peanut butter ones. Sometimes they could get cheese. They missed the meat on purpose. God damn. Cheese sandwich, one slice. Nah, I'm good. You're starving Marvin. You can't even fart. It ain't that much to eat. Everybody has to figure it out for themselves. You know, and that's just addiction. Man, listen, man, go to maybe they have it on YouTube. In Florida, we got a million rehab places. I don't know why they build them all around here. Jesus Christ, we got people from all over coming here, of all places, to get sober. It's not a joke. But it's these rehab places. Man, pull up those people that have been detoxed. What happened? I don't know. I must hit a button. Pull up one of videos, man, where the people are detoxed and shit. I'm not talking about before, where they first get in there looking all sickly and can't eat anything, shitting on themselves, starving. I'm not ragging on anybody in addiction. I've been through it. I'm just explaining it to the people who don't know people, if you've been. But I'm not talking about that part. After it, I just barely was glimpsed into the comments, and there's a lot of people who know exactly what I'm talking about. It's long after that you're straight and sober. You just really look that way. You know, you really just look that way. Your thinking is not 100%. You ask someone who's detoxed off methadone or something hard. How was their sleep? Insomnia, 3 weeks. You're all fucked up. That's a real big one on the brain. You already messed it up from the chemical imbalance, and now your lack of sleep, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to go into it, and mental health comes with it. It really does, man. It really does. And that's really what I wanted just to say, man. It's not a debate. It's not a debate. If you've been through it, then you should agree with me 100%. Look, some people can go with them little blue pills from eating to snorting to smoking to banging. Go in the center, sober up, get out a week later, and be perfect. It's a real small percentage. Very small percentage. For most people, the after effects, I don't know the stats, but they fuck you up in the long run. I'm not saying you can't ever get right. I'm just saying it's a lot longer than most people who haven't been through it understand. And I think that's what we're seeing here. And if you don't understand it, I don't know how you could really support the man, is all I'm saying. In a spot like this. Where's an addict go when he needs support, right? AA, right? Can someone outside AA help him? Is he using drugs right now? I don't know. Hypothermic needles and overdoses just a few years ago. Man has court. Was this in court? I don't know. You got to use your. That's how Ernie did nothing to me. And I'm going to take the video down about my opinion on him and leave this one up. Recent comments, man. This is a tough subject to talk about because people are going to disagree. Look, I got a family who really used to get frustrated with me and be like, expect that little that time afterwards to just be a day. I don't make this shit up. I don't know the length. I don't know what the hell. I don't know my brain. Okay, neither do you. So don't get mad at me. It's just got to fix itself. That's how it goes. But so I know personally, I'm not like sitting talking down on anybody. Anything I say in this video has literally happened to me. It never goes away. All right. So I said my part about what I know it is, not what I think it is, what I know it is. Let me ask you this. There's a lot of comments. There's no way I can catch up with it. What's up, Beef? What's up, P? Ronnie, I've been seeing you. What's up, Mickey? What happened? If you said it already, please repeat it. I got ADD. Hey, look, I got ADD. That didn't come. Look, so my shit was already fucked up. And then I put, you think I was taking my Adderall when I was out there ripping and running? You see what I'm saying? Right. I agree with that, any Pats. For sure. What's up, 59? Exactly. But the 6 months before your serotonin levels are normal. 12 months before the urges get better, lifelong. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, okay. So despite whatever your drug of choice is, you know, some people it's alcohol, some people it's in little blue pills. It was little blue pills for me. You know, I had yeah, it's lifelong. You don't think I got right and was like, I don't need that shit. And I was around people who hadn't got there yet. You don't think I had an urge and stuff, man? It's tough. It's a forever battle inside your head until you really gotta be like, I'm not going around you anymore, man, because I don't. You have to be separate yourself from the urge. You really got to trick your own brain. If you're not willing to distance yourself literally from people, places, and things at any given cost, then you're going to go down the same pattern over and over. You might have got this far before, fucked up one time, and now everything we just talked about in this live, this after the addiction stuff, the length of time afterwards, you just fucked that all up. Start over. Go to jail. Don't get 200. Start over. That could have been 5 years in the making. I don't know. All right, so what happened? Let me ask you this. The dude. Shout out to you, though, T-Ray. What's up, Selena? It's good you feel normal. Shout out to you. Salute. Anybody in here, but not if, yeah, Doug Squeef. If I did not read your comment, and you personally have been through addiction, you have friends, family, somebody special in your life, coworker, somebody you love, somebody you care for, if I've not seen your comment or you've been through that struggle or you know that struggle, I tip my hat to you. Yeah, Ronnie, opposite for me. I hated that stuff. I don't hate that stuff. So you have sex on it, not you have sex for like 10 hours. This is getting, come on. But to each his own. Mine was blues. I live in South Florida. It was easy. People from all over the states are coming here to get them. There is no such thing as doctor shopping when I was addicted. I could literally rent a van, which I was doing, renting a van. How many people's in the chat? So 100 people in the chat. I could take 20, fill the van up. We go to a pain clinic, which I ended up working at. I literally worked in a pain clinic. Okay, did a documentary, man, on a pain clinic I used to work at. Oxycontin Express, watch it. The black dude, black security guard. I was the unarmed security guard. Dude named Vinny with the prison for life. He owned it. We had 30 doctors and all. But it was so crazy in Florida. Okay, I could take 20 people, pay for all y'all shit. We go see a doctor in this room. Walk 5 feet down to the film room. Walk out. Everyone's leaving 180 blues and 90 Zans. If I paid for you, you just owe me half. Let's go back home. Next day, I'm going to this doctor. We all use Walgreens this day. We'll use CVS today. Next day rolls around, let's go to the mom and pop's place. We wouldn't double back on a major pharmacy, but this is before they had a database. So there's no such thing as doctor shopping. And statute of limitations for all you busters who are thinking. But anyhow, it was sweet. Okay, it was sweet. And I wasn't the only one doing that. Everybody was. I used to get off work and drink Grey Goose with the doctor. Chick I was dating was the secretary. If you wanted to buck the line, because it was a 3-hour wait, and you had 20 people in the van, just give us $1.50. We don't push to the top. corrupt as do their own in jail for life. Shout out to Vinny. But there was a million of them in Fort Lauderdale. A million. Miami, Palm Beach, man, everywhere. Everybody was coming to Florida. It was crazy. They had a doctor operation license plate. Broward County Police. All they were doing was yoking you over if you didn't have Florida tax. And shit was crazy, man. But that was it was bad. I worked there because I found out I had an addiction. I had another dude. His name was John. He was a real plug. A real plug. He's doing an elbow in prison right now. This dude, I could call him up and say, man, I need 900 blues. Come get him, Matt. He fronted me a Cadillac one time because I wanted to stunt. I was selling these things. I didn't realize, all the destruction I was doing. And I didn't think I had a habit because I never ran out. If you walked in my house, there's a little statue like Snoop has with the doobies. I used to have blues there. Just get one. Yeah, I had them all the time, banking. And then he got popped. I ain't having like that no more. Start scratching my head, shitting my pants. I'm hot and cold. What is this? Oh, this is what sick is? Everyone's always telling me they're sick. I used to call them pussies. What do you mean you're sick? Bitch, stop being a puss. Yeah, I was real sick. So I went to it and got a job. Man, that's a lot of years since this past I just told y'all. That's a lot of drugs, a lot in my brain. But yeah, man, and that was also a long time ago. But man, that shit took me a long time. Thinking bad, thinking wrong. It's hard to explain. Shout out to you, James, for sure. That is the road to sobriety. And for your comment, James, that's why I need AA. Because at the end of the day, AA and their steps, to me, in my opinion, is just admitting you have a problem and finding God again and letting him back into your life. That's all it is. And I don't need a sponsor, a group, or people with coffee for me to do that. And that's just what I did. And you're right. But I think that's how Ernie, man. I told y'all what I seen. It was years ago, but in my experience, hypodermic needles overdoses, a lot of time when we're that deep. We're making the best. That's deep. That's deep. That's not the guy that was eating them. He didn't crush them up and snort them. He wasn't smoking them. Right to the head. Instant gratification. And it's very good. You're also flirting with the devil right there. And also death. And evidently, from what I read, I don't know what happened to the chick. But just imagine the worst in that spot that I'm talking about. What then happens to his head? You talk about PTSD. You can't even tell me if he's in the war or not. What if that woman died? Yeah, that would trigger his PTSD. That would make a motherfucker walk down the highway. But you don't call a law on him. Nah, you don't do that. Cut EMT, man, will help somebody. I'm out.